So excited!
Here we go. Oh no. We're on. Hello. Hello, people. You are wonderful. Hello.
You can't see my hands.
Splitting in and out. Maybe if you put paint on your hands.
Maybe.
You have to like
Maybe that'll
put
be
them right in front of your body.
donation. I also add more paint.
There you go. All right. Well,
Join
welcome.
me.
Welcome to our Extra Life fundraiser. I'm Jen. I'm your nervous, not really GM. This is sort of a GM-less game, but I'm not going to be playing a character. I'm sort of just like the facilitator. So they have to do pretty much all of the work, and I'm just here to tell them what to do when. I'm the boss. We are here raising money for Extra Life, which is a wonderful organization that donates money to Miracle Children's Network hospitals, and specifically right now is donating a lot to COVID-19 relief for children. And I think we have this myth right now that children aren't in danger from COVID-19, and proportionally that's true to a certain degree, but actually there are a lot of children who are being very negatively impacted. It's also a racial justice issue in my area. For instance, Latinx children are 8 times as likely to be hospitalized with COVID-19 than white kids. So this particular fund is really important and close to my heart for a number of reasons. So get donating. The fun part of donating is every $10 that we donate, and if you donate like 100, we're going to count that as like maybe 2. Please donate 100, but well, we could do more. So every $10 donation or more, either Jesse or Forta are going to add more paint. We're going to get, or Banana's going to give us a bird fact, specifically a flamingo fact, most likely. Or the rest of us or any of us are going to tell a terrible knock-knock joke or pun. That's every $10. So like call us out in chat. If you donate and we haven't noticed and we haven't done it, we'll shout you out and we'll do one of those rewards. But we are here to play For the Honor, which is not She-Ra. So anyway, we're going to go around and just introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about your character. We've got like the coolest cosplay today. It makes me so happy. I'm just full of joy about all of this. And let's start. I'm just going to go around like where I see you in Zoom. So Banana, you are number 1.
Hello, I'm Banana Chan, she, her, they, them. I'm playing Amethyst, she, her, and she is the princess of the constellation of birds, hence the bird costume. And she is forgetful, clumsy, and sometimes frazzled. And her abilities are flight and camouflage. But when she flies, she has to like flap her arms really fast. So it's like literal human arms that are like covered in feathers.
Do you have to do it too?
Yes, I have to do it too. Yeah.
Awesome. I did that and then I just hit the straw out of my drink. So just a second. Oh, no. While I'm picking that up off the floor and getting dog hair off of it. Mem, it's your turn.
Hello, I'm Mem. Tonight I'll be Amethyst, she, her for both of us. She is a princess of the kingdoms. She's peaceful, radiant, and empathetic, but her abilities are fire and lightning. And they don't always happen when she wants them to happen. So she's pretty much just kind of human, run-of-the-mill human, just lots of purple in her life.
And fire and lightning.
And fire and lightning when it's unexpected.
Are the fire and lightning also purple?
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, yes. Nice. All right. Forta, that leads me to you. Your turn.
Nice. I'm Forta, she, they pronouns. I'll be playing Okta. And Okta is, I think the word was gender expansive. Okta doesn't care. Whatever pronouns you use, whatever. Yeah. Okta is tough, creative, and kind. Sorry, I had to look at where that was. I have like a million little sticky notes all over the place, so like I'm sorry. They're everywhere. Okta is a princept of the wilds, and their abilities are dancing and clouds. Yeah, they They look like an elf met a dragon and a cloud, and somebody just said, yeah, those three things go together. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, thank you. Jessie, your turn.
Unmute myself. I'm Jessie, she, her pronouns. I will be playing Artista, the princess of the kingdom, the princess from the kingdom of creativity, also she, her pronouns. I'm covered in paint. She is fiery, thoughtful, and unpredictable. Her abilities are transformation and painting. I'm living my Barbie Rapunzel dreams, and I am excited. Okay.
I love it. By the way, hi, Minor Rum. Thank you for joining us. All right. So let me just give like a really quick, in case you haven't seen She-Ra, go watch it. But in case you haven't, just a quick breakdown. All of our characters are from one of 4 factions, though nobody chose the evil faction. So we have the Legion, which are a faction of industrialist invaders from another planet who are coming and taking over the world. We have the Rebellion, who are a once united group of princesses, now fragmented and fractured, and a few holdouts who are still fighting the Legion. We have the Kingdoms that, having once been united with the Rebellion, have fragmented and now turned inward to protect their own people. And we have the Wilds, where people are protecting the wild areas that the Legion are trying to destroy. Princess here is a gender neutral term and really is a term that means magical badass. Everybody, does that about cover it? Magical badass? Okay, magical badass with like cool glitter sparkle colorness, and the power of friendship. So that is what we were playing, and each component of this game is going to be something called like a game within a game, and we all get to kind of choose which ones we want to do. So we're going to build this story together collaboratively. There's no dice rolling. There's just telling a story together. And a series of questions that we're going to answer to start to build this story. And then as we feel like it, we might role play a few of the scenes out too. So those of you from the Rebellion, who's from the Rebellion? Artista. Why don't you tell us, like our first game is discover something new. And this is where we really set up what your character's motivations are. So which question did you choose?
So I chose, this was based on the recent skirmish. What advantage do we still have in our favor?
All right, so a recent skirmish has left the Rebellion Citadel wide open for attack. Only an inexperienced few are left to protect it. Yes, what advantage do you still have in your favor? Everyone else is welcome to suggest things too. We're all building the story together. So what would be an advantage? You have really awesome murals, I would imagine.
Yes, really awesome murals. Also, it's home base. So I feel like we're all youthful, magical, badass princesses who probably get down to mischief here and there. And so we know all the secret and best mischief, like acting spots.
Nice. Like all the nooks and crannies of home base.
All the nooks and crannies, all the secret passages.
Nice. All right. And we have 2 wilds, yes? So we have Forta and Banana, a POTUS and Octa. Which questions did you 2 pick?
So I picked an ancient crashed ship deep in the wilds has begun to whisper again. What is it saying? I do not know what it is saying. I do not know.
Chose the same one.
Oh,
awesome!
Excellent!
Okay, so what do we all want this crash ship? And by the way, those of you in chat, if you have ideas and suggestions, you're welcome to throw them out here too. What do we think that this old crash ship is starting to say to Octa and Apotus? Is it saying, come find me? Is it saying the Legion is about to destroy your land?
I think it's kind of saying like we're coming, but you don't know who we is.
I feel like, what if it was just sending you coordinates?
Yeah, I'm for that, especially since like I'm thinking like it's one of those things where like I have this mental image of it being like it's like got words going, but I don't know what the words are.
Yeah.
But like then there's this like coordinates, and it's like I don't really know how to read that either. But There's a map. I can read that.
Apotis, is it the same ship for you or a different ship?
Oh, we could have 2 different ships?
Oh, so many
It's
ships.
like a legion of
Many
ships.
ships. Ancient
Well,
ship.
hopefully not the Legion.
But
Oh,
yeah.
no, not actual legion, but like just a
Not
whole
the legion of ships, just a legion of ships.
Oh yeah, just like a random legion of ships. I was thinking the ship for the other ship, which is like probably next to it, like right there, is saying something like the sky will open again, which is ominous.
So we
Yeah.
have coordinates that might be stay away and might be come here. And we have the sky will open again. Ooh, got chills. Okay. The kingdoms. That is Amethyst. Amethyst. What question did you choose?
Right. I forgot it. Where did it go? Okay. An isolated settlement is being tormented by monsters of their own creation. What are the monsters like? So these monsters actually kind of started off as actually pretty friendly little bears. And the people in the settlement really liked the little bears. And they're just like, these are really cute. They're fun to have. Like, yay. And over time, as the settlement grew and there were more generations of the bears got bigger and got kind of more persnickety. And so now whenever they hibernate, the town has to actually be entirely silent. If the bears wake up, the bears will maul and demolish everything.
Don't wake the bears.
Oh, wait,
So now the town has to live in silence for several months.
We have to
A
wait till
quiet
the bears
place.
hibernate.
Okay, fantastic. So now we get to pick the next of the 12 games. And if you have the list in front of you, take a look. I can read them. And this just depends on what order we want the story to go, right? Some of them don't make a lot of sense to do right away, like all out battle, might want to save. But we can venture forth. Folks can cross paths, mince words, talk it over, take the dance floor, meet hand to heart, which is the romantic or sweet or closeness. Give chase, meet blade to stave, search and rescue, or stand united. Which shall we start with? I can actually, you know what? I'm going to roll a dice and decide who's
Ooh.
going to go first. 1, 2, 3.
Who says you can't roll dice in this game?
I rolled a
Okay.
1, banana that seat. Yes,
Oh.
we have introduced dice into this game.
I'm gonna go for talking it over.
Okay. And who are you going to talk it over with? Who in the group? And you can pick more than one person. It's up to you.
I think since or actually, can we have all four
Yeah.
of us?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
So you have all, like, you may actually have all been childhood friends. You may also, like, I don't know how you feel about this, Artista, they may know some of the nooks and crannies of your castle as well. I know, like, this, we're not borrowing from Shira at all, but maybe your parents work together. And so you grew up as children together and you have gathered for whatever reason to get together. Looks like someone, oh my goodness,
Oh,
thank
wow.
you for the donation. That's amazing. And we are already past 75, which means that we are going to be doing a dice giveaway for that D20 at the end, in addition to doing a giveaway for a, we're going to have a giveaway for a spell tracker / dice vault. So we get both of them now. So that's awesome. 2 separate ones. And thank you, whoever donated. Also, if you want to throw into chat, if you want more paint on Jesse and Forta, if you want silly pun or knock knock joke, if you want bird facts, if you can think of something else, throw it into chat and we will comply.
I
or
mean, I
oblige.
feel like with that donation, I'm gonna add some paint on me. Anyways,
Just go for it. Yes,
that's
more
that's
paint. That is
big
a
one.
more paint-worthy donation for sure.
All right, but
Okay.
here for the chat, warm color, cool color.
Warm color, cool color. We'll see at the chat. While
Yeah.
you're doing that, everybody has gathered. Maybe you've gathered for someone's birthday party. Does that work for everybody? It's somebody's birthday. Whose birthday is it? I feel like Artista wants. I'm hearing cool color. 2 votes for cool color.
Cool. Yep.
Oh,
And yes, what you're going to say?
should we say it's Artista's birthday since that's why she's like getting dressed up?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. So Artista's
Getting dressed up
birthday.
is just putting paint on me.
All right, so you are all gathered, and ask one of your chosen partners how you, well, we now know how you are speaking together, and what does everybody notice about each other?
You notice that the paint on me is still incredibly fresh.
I think you'd all notice that Okta is maybe not expressly nervous, but just kind of, moving around the space like they don't really know what to do or where to stand.
I think Apotis looks like she's hiding something.
Ooh. Amethyst isn't necessarily uncomfortable, kind of fitting in, but also still kind of apart from everyone else a little bit.
Now, each of you have the option of either asking a topical question, engaging in improvised conversation, passing, or leaving the conversation. And since I rolled a one and I started with Banana, I'm going to go to Amethyst as the person to choose. Do you want to improvise conversation, ask a question, or pass?
I will ask a question. That question will be, how are things in all of your homes?
Weird. Weirder than usual, I should say. What do you know about flying ships?
They fly.
Beyond that, like, specifically the old ones, what do you guys know about them?
Oh man.
They're kind of ugly. Like, they look old and like not taken care for. No one really takes care of those ships anymore. Are you talking about those ships by our?
Yeah, I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're loud.
They're loud?
They won't shut up. They've been screaming for like a week.
Aren't they like grounded? Haven't they been down for years?
Yeah, and they were quiet before. Now they
They're
just won't
speaking.
stop talking. I don't even know what they're saying. They're just talking.
Yeah.
They might be talking to each other.
Oh,
Oh.
Like that thought.
that's not a good thing.
Maybe. Maybe it's
have
not
you-
a bad thing.
Have you tried going to one of the ships?
It's on one of them. It has a map on its one working screen. It's got this spot highlighted, but I don't know what's there or what should be there or what shouldn't be there.
Does anyone else know about this?
Us. The people, the locals, I mean, us.
And no one has gone.
Not that I know of.
I feel like we should check it out.
Oh, thank goodness, because I was going to probably go by myself and then never be seen again.
I don't think going by yourself is a good idea at all. I think we should go together.
Safety in numbers.
And if we get taken somewhere, at least we're taken together.
Oh, but wait, if we all get taken together, then who's going to be here?
That's future our problem. Like that, we don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, it's like an extended field trip.
Group captivity, let's go.
This really does feel very
Okay.
Shira. Yes.
I don't think that's a great plan, but I still get to see this thing that is at that spot, so go for it.
Do you feel like that's the end of this conversation? Anyone want to ask another question, or shall we pick another game?
I'd like to.
Also, while Ford is looking, Anders and Amanda, you rock. Thank you for your donation. Yay!
Oh. I hope. Topical question is I hope you don't bring the fact that the wilder folk have been not so friendly to kingdoms of light. I hope you don't bring that up. The question is, do you?
Let's show some grace and not bring it up. We're friends.
Okay.
Like a local kind of clashing, I won't. Plus, you seem kind of like awkward. I don't want to. I feel like that may be it, and I don't want to bring up anything.
I think I would like to ask a question, and it's the I hope to find common ground with you about that. How have you guys been fighting Legion?
What's there to fight? They get lost and they don't go and leave.
You don't like mess with their uniform. They're really particular about their uniform. You don't want to mess their
I
uniform.
don't have
sometimes.
to do anything. The woods does that for me. Everything does that for me. They walk by a geyser and the geyser does it for me. Geyser does a lot more than mess up their but
A geyser does it for you. I wonder if I could paint a geyser mural on the floor.
We're definitely geysers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take notes.
especially the
Whips
big
out
ones
like a
with
sketchbook.
rainbows around them.
Yeah. All right. This helps.
Engage in typical fist.
I mean, I would prefer to attack them from a distance right now. I'm kind of having fun with them. I don't really. Maybe later. I've been throwing the occasional like acrylic tiger at them. That's fun. Have you ever seen the Legion soldiers run from a tiger? That's a lot of fun. You should try it sometime. I'll lend you a tiger.
I would love an acrylic tiger. Thank
All right,
No.
any other?
I don't think I've seen a tiger in a while. Well, actually concerning. But
Do we
see them
get
all the
tigers?
time.
We get tigers a lot in our park.
Maybe not your parts, but they like to hang out where I'm at.
Oh yeah, they don't really climb up trees. That makes sense.
I haven't seen them. Problem.
They're in the ship.
you. Perhaps.
I hope not.
Maybe
Could you
they're
imagine?
piloting the ship.
We'll find the tigers once we find the ship.
I don't know whether to hope that you're wrong or hope that you're right.
There are tigers on the ship. We gotta save them.
I am
tigers.
so hoping that they're right. So hoping.
Tigers from the sky are coming.
Sky tigers.
Oh my gosh.
All right, but I'm sorry, Forty. Go on. I can't remember.
Go ahead. I was wow, sky tiger.
Sky tigers. I mean, sky tigers.
Wow. Tiger.
Flying sky tigers. I think we had Banana start with the first game, and therefore Amethyst. Venture forth, crossing paths, mincing words, taking the dance floor, giving hand to heart, giving chase, being belayed to stave, search and rescue, all out battle.
I think we'll do venture forth on our way to this ship for the undisclosed location for the sky tigers.
It makes sense. The sky tiger ship.
We have no confirmation, but we have decided it.
But this is what it is.
Yes.
And I take it that you
Must
were
be.
all traveling together.
Yes.
Yes.
What does everybody notice about each other?
What do I notice about you?
I'm lagging in the back, doodling flying tigers, small miniature flying tigers. They like come off the paper and flit around. Transforming magic.
You notice about me that as I'm walking, I'm just kind of like shimmying along, little two-step here, a little do-si-do thing, a little. But as I'm doing this, I noticed that like there had been like some ominous clouds coming our way. They kind of no.
Oh my god.
I'm going to stop now. But yeah, that's what you guys noticed.
Never stop.
Amethyst is trying to like stay kind of in the middle of everyone and is like really on guard and kind of watching everything. Well, anxiety is a little high.
Apotis notices that Amethyst is like a little anxious, so she's getting anxious. So she's just like freaking out as well next to her.
That bird thing where it's just like sudden flipping head around, like, oh my gosh, what?
Maybe we're like feeding off of each other, but just kind of like jumpy a little bit.
Like little, I have like little tardigrades in my hair and feathers, so they're just like popping out because they're just like, oh my god, I'm so stressed out.
Just watch tardigrades go.
Too, also because of Amethyst's background, plus the flying tigers, I'm imagining y'all like going through the woods like lions and tigers and bears.
I mean, why not?
So whoever is least familiar with the land through which you are traveling, ask a question of there. Who is least familiar?
I feel like sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Forda.
I was going to say, it depends on where we're at, because we're in the wilds, it's definitely not Octa, but if it isn't the wilds, it might be Octa.
I mean, the ship's in the wilds, right? So it's probably not either of you.
I think Amethyst and Artista are very much like, what?
Given how nervous Amethyst is, probably Amethyst.
Amethyst, pick a question. Ask them.
All right. Yes. Amethyst. Sensing any around us?
I don't notice anything. I'm just freaking out because I think I'm nervous because you're nervous, so I'm just nervous.
Okay.
But I think everything's okay.
Think
Okay.
so? Are you sure?
No.
How you two holding up back there?
We're fine.
Excellent. Great.
Sure?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fine.
Okay.
Nothing the matter here.
No,
Anna has the best least convincing, yep.
Yep. Like a bird.
Ista, you are probably the second least experienced here, so why don't you?
I should. Ah, yeah, yes. I've spotted something and my curiosity overpowers me. I rush to it. I see something in front of us. I'm going to run in front. Be like, oh, look at the colors on that. Oh my goodness. What do you find me, Mark?
part of me is tempted to say some kind of carnivorous mushroom, but that would probably not be great.
Why not?
So,
Yeah. Why is that bad?
Yes.
banana, what do you think it should be? Sorry, dog.
I like this idea of the carnivorous mushroom.
Very colorful carnivorous mushroom.
Yes.
Oh, that's why.
That's why I was attracted to it.
It's all it like opens its mouth and then it closes and looks like a mushroom. Then
It's happening behind me, so I don't really see it. I'm focused.
So I think we should do something.
It's great because it's like, crap. Hey, Artista,
Yeah?
take like 3 steps to the right and 1
I-
step back.
I take 3 steps to the right, but I do it like where you pivot, where you just go like in an arc, because I'm busy sketching this venomous mushroom out.
Oh no, it's venomous now. No!
or carnivorous. Carnivorous, venomous, all the above.
Special. Edited it.
It's real.
Yeah, it's like you like see these wild folk just like, what is that?
Do you see the spots on this? This is amazing. Some of these markings look like teeth, but like it's a
It's like in the back, the one is like closer, closer.
I think in the background, like the three of us are just like attacking this thing and trying to like pin it down.
What are you attacking? How are you attacking?
Octa is probably steaming it because it's just help me out with this. I need these hotter. Only be stop active. Amethyst, help us out! Help!
Amethyst is very scared now, and so surprise! Here's some lightning. It's just like going, and it's not really going in the right direction. It's just kind of happening.
Does it hit us as well?
It's going in the opposite direction.
Gotta dodge it. So it's just flying everywhere. It's wild.
The floor is lava, but instead of lava, we're dodging lightning.
Now the mushroom's being steam cooked and flash fried.
That's right. That's right. These mushrooms are going to be like extra delicious once they're done, if they're safe to eat. So
I feel like
there's lightning, and it's just wild.
I feel like after this, it would have snapped me out of my art haze. You know, the art haze you get in where like,
oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. I have to do it.
Yes, exactly. Because there's now lightning. And so the colors are changing in front of me. I'm like, what? Oh.
As you turn your head, like the one in front of you starts peeling its mouth open, like, yeah, buddy. Gosh.
I just whip out a paintbrush and like paint stripes, stitches, like like stitches over its mouth and like skip away. Nah, it's okay. Okay, stay away from the colorful mushrooms. Good to know. Maybe should have mentioned that in the beginning, but that's okay.
Think you'd go poke it.
I didn't poke it. I was just casually observing it and looking at its interesting markings and
That's
poking
fair.
it a little bit with my paintbrush.
Okay, but we need some ground rules. If we're going to be walking through here, you need to stay on the path or wherever we walk and nowhere else.
No poking.
And don't poke anything unless we touch it first and have to like traverse over it. It's okay. It's okay.
Can I pet things?
Only if they come up and ask you to pet them first. And you'll know. You'll know.
Okay,
It
but
sounds
can
more
I sniff
dangerous to pet
things?
something that says, please pet me. I probably wouldn't pet it, actually. Just
Yeah, just to be safe.
Okay.
Maybe no petting.
no petting.
But what if it's like a flower? Can I sniff the flower?
Only if it's pink.
Okay, pink flowers. Can sniff pink flowers. Got it. There's a lot more rules in the wilds than I thought there was going to be.
Yeah, but if you learn them, it's a whole lot less rules than anywhere else. They're pretty simple. Just don't touch the thing that'll get you not alive.
Okay. Stay alive, obviously.
Yeah. Mhm.
Don't do things that'll kill me. Good to know.
Mhm.
Man, I can see why the Legion have a lot of trouble in here.
It's great, isn't it?
As you're walking away, I like the idea that this like whole patch is going like, bleh, except the one that you drew the stripes over, and it's going. Like its jaw just got wired shut. And one of them.
Watch Okta doing that, I'm watching you thing to these mushrooms. Just kind of like.
Anybody have another question that they want to do, or do we want to move to the next game?
Let's see. Oh, Okta gets a look in her eye that can only mean one thing. It's time for a race. Do you accept my challenge? If so, what trouble have we run headlong into? Like, I feel like a couple minutes or maybe even an hour or so have passed by the time that happens, but like...
What does Okta say to invite people to race with them?
I bet I can get from here to there and back before all of you. And here to there, mind you, is like over a bunch of like these big twisty trees that are like old ancient trees, like probably the kind that maybe a POTUS like lives atop.
Oh, I can make that.
And like in between, like it's these trees, making these weird twisty pathways. There's like rocks and like little ravines. I say little, they're thin, but they're like really deep. And like sheer like steep hilly cliff type things, and it's like, yeah, that's a great place to have a race. But Okta feels like, everybody's getting the hang of moving through this space, so it's like, yeah, let's race.
How hard could this be?
I mean, I can do it.
I feel like we recently had a lecture about things to not do in the wilds, and I feel like perhaps splitting up in a race is one of those things to not do.
Yeah, you just told me, and then I take off.
Oh, you little cheat! And it's like, Okta says that, stands there for another solid like minute, and then zooms. So what do we run? What trouble happens? What is the trouble? I didn't think this through.
Appropriately.
Good.
Oh, do we find the tigers?
The sky tigers appear.
Honestly, that was kind of what I was like, what if we accidentally run straight into a tiger den? Like, oh, here are the tigers.
Hello,
Oh.
tigers.
So I guess they didn't get taken away by the ship.
Good to know. Yeah. No, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Are they just like, "Arr?" Or are they like threatening, or what are they? Or does one come actually up to Artista and go, pet me? Like, what?
Yes, please.
So like, they're tigers. So like, you see them and they've got those really intense eyes, and like, they come walking over, and you're like, oh no, it's a tiger. It's big. It's a big cat with teeth, but it is still a cat. And like headbutts Artista.
That's the sound she makes.
I don't, tigers can't hurt, but like,
Artista's face whips around. I'm looking at you, Okta, and just like puppy dog eyes, like,
well, go on. You don't keep waiting. Not the tigers.
Yeah, just neck scritches all over the place.
I almost feel like tigers can like talk, but just choose not to in most cases.
Maybe
Because they're sky tigers.
I mean, maybe this tiger does talk and it says, no, a little over to the left.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's a gesture like, well?
They talk?
Yeah, keep up. No.
Scratch.
It'd be hilarious if like most of the critters in this would like talk. It's just like, yeah, they don't. Where you're from?
I think that's canon now.
Yes.
They just often don't choose to.
No, they got things to do. Busy stuff like climbing and
Eating things.
chasing things. Yeah.
Scratching trees.
Any other questions on venture forth? And does the tiger go back or stay with you?
It might follow us for a little while, but there's rules. There's segments of space he can go through and like segments that aren't his. So it's like, am I willing to get into a fight over it? No. See ya.
For a while, you have a tiger stalking at your side.
I paint his stripes rainbow.
I love it.
I love it.
With watercolor paint so that when it rains, it'll all wash off and you'll go back to normal.
Organic, biodegradable, not toxic.
Yes, exactly. All animal safe products.
Well, in that case, I would say that it is Okta's turn to choose a game.
Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. There's so many great ones. Let's go with giving chase. So in this instance, I think it's gonna be me and like it says only you and your chosen partner, but I feel like the chosen partner is like the rest of you as a group. And I think that it's that Okta sees something and just takes off, like without much, hey, not even so much as a, what's that? Just Okta bolts. And like, I don't know how many of you would have noticed, but I feel like a POTUS probably noticed that stiffening, stand up straight, that like, how when your dog sees something and it's like, yeah, where you going? What you doing?
Oh no.
That's what happens.
I think I
So I suppose
noticed.
that makes you all the hunter and me the quarry.
I think that Apotus notices this and is just like, Okta, what's going on?
Like, she kind of shrugs, kind of, points, gestures wildly, makes a couple of sounds that aren't exactly words. But like, they sound really excited.
Okay. I have no idea what that means. But okay. Cool. Well, we'll follow behind you. Wait. Okay, you're gone.
So Okta is the quarry. Who is the hunter? And it can be more than one person.
Which of you wants to lead the chase? Or rather, the chasing part of the chase.
Travel as a pack. Safety in numbers.
So the three of you follow, which means that you, Okta, can choose where you're going. And then there's a series of 4 challenges at admission. So you can tell them that this is in your way or this is a challenge, or you can ask them. So there's a list of challenges that you can use if you want. And then there's a list of admissions, and you can decide which ones that they're going to have to overcome or they're going to have to answer. Okay. And depending on how it goes, we're going to have tokens to decide whether they catch you. Hello, readers! Welcome to Friends Who Roll Dice. Welcome to our Extra Life fundraiser. We're earning money for children's hospitals, and it's awesome. And right now, we're all chasing our friends in the woods. So, all right, challenge or admission.
Okay, so the first challenge is, let's see, I scramble up a steep incline. If you think you can keep up, throw. On tails, the climb exhausts you, and I gain a token.
Does anyone have a coin or a D4 that you can use?
I got one.
Awesome. Okay.
I got a D4.
I got 3.
The tail, 3 would be, we didn't determine whether odds are heads or tails. You might have to rethrow. Odds heads.
I'll rethrow.
Evens tails. Odds heads, evens tails. We're all good with that.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe reroll.
I still got odd.
All right. That's heads. You do not. If you dare me, follow me, throw on tails. You have to slow down to pick your way carefully along, but you do not. Which kind of makes sense, Apotis, that you don't have to slow down along this ledge because you're a bird.
Did you fly up? There you go. There you go.
All right. All right. Next challenger admission, Ukta.
All right. Let's see.
And I would say the hunters have a token.
Yay.
So I'm gonna go with another challenge. So I race along high and perilous ledge, and like the peril is that it's another of those really weird ravines. And like if you step wrong, you'll probably take your rock and you over the edge. But if you step right, it's real quick because there's like briars or something that makes it hard to traverse, not on that ledge. So if you dare to follow me, throw. On tails, you have to slow down to pick your way carefully along, and I gain a token.
All right. So we
Mom,
throw.
thank you for your donation. Yay! We love you.
Yay!
We want paint, pun, or bird fact, and if we don't hear in about 5 minutes, we will pick paint, pun, or bird fact. All right.
Okay, I'm up. Odd. So it's a 3.
All right. So you guys get another token.
Yay! Artista like paints like a slightly wider path / better footholds for us.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to go with an admission next. And let's see. I come to a dangerous climb or leap, and I hesitate, steeling myself. Throw. On heads, you race up behind me, and so gain 2 tokens.
And I think this is more exciting if you also gain 2 tokens if they lose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tied.
I'll do it. 1.
All right. So now you all get 2 tokens.
We haven't we rolled heads like 3 times?
I know, this is like
Yeah.
weird.
How does this happen?
We need a real coin.
Has anyone else seen Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead? Because it starts with someone who flips a coin and gets heads like 50 times in a row.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
Right.
one more challenger admission.
Let's see. I'm going to go with another challenge. I reach open ground and speed away. If you can rally yourself, throw. On tails, you slow down to catch your breath, and I gain a token.
Oof. One more time. I'll do it again.
Let's do it. Go.
1.
Oh.
I'm so mad.
Wow!
Y'all keep up like crazy. Like, wow.
This is a real.
I feel like, is this like where we catch up to you?
So if the hunter has an equal or greater number of tokens to you, choose one. And let's see. You've proven yourself and I let you catch me, except it's not that I let you catch me, it's that we're here! And here is the ships. Like, at first it's like not really apparent, but like you hear a noise that you start to realize that you hadn't heard earlier. And Banana, I'm going to give it to you. What do you want to say it sounds like?
I think it's a low humming and it eventually gets louder and louder and like more high pitched as we get closer to it.
Okay. So like passing through like trees and like brush and, one more fun little incline, except it's not as steep or as far a distance as the other ones. That like if you're not careful, you'll slide down with before you're ready. But Okta just kind of steps off, slides down. Okta was expecting it, and yeah.
Well, I kind of like also. I kind of also like the idea of us finally catching up to you and just like dogpiling on you and going, "We're here!"
Yes. And down this hill we go, like Lion King style, just roll down the hill and then wham.
Yeah.
We have a fourth donor, and I am trying to figure out who it is, and I can't get it to pop out right. Whoever you are, you're awesome, and we love you, and you're amazing. And we now owe 2 of either, I'm going to say, let's have a bird fact, and let's have a bad joke for the last 2 donors. Bird fact, bad joke.
Oh, right now? Are we doing it right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
We're live.
So I'll give actually 2 bird facts. So one flamingo, actually they're both flamingo facts. So flamingos, you know that little part that like when they lift up their leg, they like stand on one leg and it looks like they have a knee. It's actually not a knee, that's an ankle.
Oh.
Bird facts number 1.
The knobbiest ankle in existence.
Bird facts number 2, or flamingo facts number 2. They have a parasitic lice on them that is also found in geese and ducks.
Does it benefit them in any way, or does it just exist on them?
No, but well, I don't think so. But scientists believe that that's probably why they're sort of related, or maybe there's like some sort of relation between the 2 birds, evolution-wise.
They share lice.
That was a bonus. That was a bonus bird fact.
Hi, Raiders.
Solid
Thank you
one.
for joining. I see Amazons. You're coming in on the lice facts. It's awesome. We are raising money for Extra Life. So care for kids in hospitals, especially with COVID-19, but in general as well. And every time we get a donor, we're going to do a funny bird fact, usually a flamingo fact. We just learned about flamingo ankles, or a silly pun or knock-knock joke, or Jesse and Forda are going to put more paint on themselves because that's awesome. Might as well just put more paint on yourselves anyway, I'm just saying. And we are playing For the Honor, and it is super fun. And we just discovered 2 mysterious spaceships in the middle of the wilds. What's our next game? I think it is Artista's turn to choose.
I think it's my turn. I need to scroll all the way back to the...
Also, Dave was our 4th donor. Thank you, Dave. You're awesome. I don't know why I'm having trouble reading the list, but I'll blame it on my ADHD because, well, probably it's that.
Ooh, I kind of like this. Meeting blade to staff. Blade to stave. Blade to stave.
All right. Need to save. Somebody's fighting something.
Oh no.
Listen, we gotta use our princess powers
We do.
to fight someone at some point.
We already fought some mushrooms.
We fought the mushrooms. Count.
Okay, I didn't fight the mushrooms. I just sewed one of their mouths shut.
Hey, if you can end a fight without the fight, you won.
Only you and your chosen partner play decide how the 2 of you came to be standing alone on the edge of violence. Who are you on the edge of violence with? We fight with our imaginations, Adam. Adam asked in chat, how do you fight without dice? Most fights in the history of the world have occurred without dice.
Very true.
With paint, that's how we fight. It's a paint fight.
I think I have to fight someone with a princess. Ooh. I think I will choose. You know what? I'm going to choose Amethyst.
Oh, why?
What did Amethyst do?
You stumble on these ships, and how do you end up coming to potential blows with Amethyst?
And I think it's because the ships are something's like powering the ships. There's like some electrical something that's happening to the ships, like some static that's going off. which is also what's powering the messages. But hey, it's weirdly the same power as your lightning that I just saw. And I whip around and I go, is this you? Are you doing this?
And like Amethyst is so like nervous and like gets surprised by it that there's like a little fireball and then kind of shoots by Artista, but it doesn't hit. But it just add to the aggression, like, oops.
Hey now.
Did you just attack me?
There's no need for violence, we say as we immediately rush to violence.
So I did. I'm sorry. It was a mistake, and I get a little worked up, and it happens, and I'm sorry about that. And we're okay now. Okay, nothing, no harm, no foul.
Who is the more experienced combatant?
I think it might be me.
It's definitely not Amethyst.
All right, Amethyst of the Rebellion.
As part of the rebellion, whose castle is currently...
Ask the leading question. Ask the leading question, oh rebel Artista.
I am going to...
So at least 3 times you ask leading questions back and forth, and then one of you can choose to ask a closing question. And there's music in the back. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what She-Ra combat music actually sounded like. I think dun, 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 I don't know. That's the background music.
I'm going to I strike you not with violence, but with words, saying, "This is because you don't like the rebellion and what we stand for. You don't want us to win. You want us to fail."
Amethyst is sort of like taken aback, wondering why this is coming up now.
Do I give you pause or do I provoke you?
Pause. Just like, why would I attack you in an attempt to attack the Legion? Or wait, you're the Rebellion. Excuse me, the Rebellion.
Mm-hmm. I'm not the Legion. I don't.
Uh-oh, that just made it worse.
Did you just call me the Legion?
Yeah. We're just messed up all over the place.
Pick a leading question to ask Artista.
I'm going to overreach slightly, and you have an opportunity to slip in a cheap hit. I'm real close to you. I'm in your face. I'm not really paying attention to anything.
Are you in her face with like a paintbrush?
Now that you say that, yeah, why not? like a globule of paint at the ready. I will give you a black eye, whether it's paint or a punch. So it's
Looney Tunes. Just paint a black eye.
Yeah, that's right.
Whoop.
So Amethyst, what do you do?
You take the cheap hit.
No. Amethyst wasn't interested in fighting, and it wasn't her the first time. She's got scared with the fireball.
So then you ask a leading question of Artista.
All right. I catch your wrist in my hand and draw you close to me, you and your paintbrush. Do you let your guard drop, or do you shove me away and fight on?
Do you say anything as you grab my wrist and draw me close to you?
Stop being silly.
I love it.
Well, if you say that, I'm going to shove you away and fight on. This isn't silly. This is serious. My castle is overrun. My kingdom is in shambles. We're wandering in the wilds. We see a ship that's sending mysterious messages and it's putting off electricity the same color as your lightning. Amethyst, what am I supposed to think?
And it's the ship because you just said it's the same color as my lightning. Why would I do that?
The lightning powers in the kingdom of creativity.
Yeah, but obviously I'm not exactly like really great at controlling it, so obviously it's not me.
Artista has had 2 leading questions and you have 1, Amethyst, so ask another leading.
All right. See. Oh, I don't want to hit anymore. Okay, I guess we circle, powers crackling, arms at the ready. No, you're just swiping around your paintbrush. Amethyst just kind of like, what is going on right now? What? Let's see. What do you say?
Do you swear you had nothing to do with this? This is just some weird coincidence.
Absolutely. The fireball was all me. I'll give you that. That was me. I'm sorry. That was an accident. I got scared.
You now notice there's a little bit of singed hair from her braid.
Sorry about that. It'll grow back.
Either of you may ask another leading question or a closing question.
I am going to I ready a powerful magical blast and unleash it towards you. So I throw some pain at you, only to find that it fizzles out. Do you give me time to regain my energy, or must I give in? I think I'm just gonna give in. Like, I'll be like, that was just like a fine. I believe you. All this pent up anger now.
If it makes you feel better, you could paint something silly on my face for a little bit.
I don't want to paint something silly on your face. I'm just gonna go over here and like I start painting like on the wall of a ship, like German expressionist art. Get out the angst.
Just come by and like awkwardly kind of pats your shoulder and sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry for accusing you.
What are Apotis and Okta doing?
For this entire time, Okta's just been like, how? So it's the same color. You know, bolts from the sky are sometimes that color, right?
Listen, I'm unpredictable. You don't know when I'm gonna snap.
Oh, so it's you we have to worry about.
Okay.
Surprise. Not just sunshine and rainbows over here. It's also German expressionist art.
German expressionism. Oh my gosh, actually.
Apotis, you get to choose the next game.
Oh, let's see. Hard. I would say search and rescue, because we're at the ship now.
You and two others play. Decide together who is the captive, who is the captor, and who is the rescuer. So I would say someone might come out of the ship and capture you, or someone in the woods is capturing one of you while you're all distracted by the German expressionism. You're all on the ship. So who is the captive, who is the captor, and who is the rescuer? And I think the captor can probably be an NPC if we want, since that doesn't seem like the vibe of the group.
Oh, maybe it's the ship. Like the ship starts like splitting, like coming alive and like splitting up like walls and stuff, so that we're like somehow trapped in rooms. I don't know.
I like it.
Oh.
So technically, all of us are captive, and all of us are also rescuers. Well,
yes.
if anyone isn't on the ship, I suppose that's one person not captive.
For the sake of the way that this works, who's the primary captive, and who are the people who are most likely to be able to rescue that captive?
I could volunteer as tribute as the captive because I was painting on the ship, and maybe the ship didn't like that. All of that expressionism went into the ship.
There's a lot of happening.
And who wants to temporarily play the ship?
That's
I
good.
can play the ship.
Okay. So Okta, for now, you are Okta/ship. You are the captor. Artisa, you are the captive. Who's the rescuer? Apotis and Amethyst, you going to share that role?
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I said I was going to play the
Wait,
ship.
I was gonna say, is Apotis the ship? Or?
Did I get it backwards? I'm sorry.
That's all good.
Apotis, what are you playing?
I'm playing the ship.
You're the ship. Okay.
Yes.
It's a long day. All right. So the rescuer goes first. And we're going to do a tokens thing again. So be ready to roll some dice.
I have an app to roll dice.
Choose a challenge from your roles section. So whoever the rescuer is, choose a challenge from the rescuer's challenge. We've got more like dun 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 danger music. Pew 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 space sounds.
Sudden random what's the word? Sirens in the background.
Yes. Rescuer, choose your challenge.
Sorry, 1 second.
Wait, did I choose my challenge? Capture challenge?
Rescuer.
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 Super secret music time.
Super secret music. This is the secret music that no one knows.
Let's see. Speaking of alarms, I am spotted and an alarm starts blaring. I throw heads, I deactivate it fast enough to pass it off as a test. Tails, guards flood the passages, and the captor gets a token.
We're doing odds, heads, evens, tails, right? I have a coin app.
Yeah.
Just do the coin.
Tails. I don't have a coin. I have a dice rolling app.
Oh,
You can't see that.
Oh.
And it's got a coin.
So that means that the captor gets a token. So whoever is
Oh,
temporarily the ship.
One for the ship.
Yes, and describe what happens.
So the guards are actually holographic guards. They're they're like robots. I meant to say robots. They're not holographic. They're like actual robots, and they're just like on the ship. They've come alive, and they're just like coming towards you.
Like, are they big, scary robots that are like super armored, or are they like really fast, like ninja, fast robots? Like,
I would say they're like slow moving, sort of like Cybermen. Like,
okay.
like they're just like clunky and just
like you hear the clonk, clonk, clonk
Yeah.
as they come down the hall. It's like, oh no,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Hey, captor, it's your turn to pick a captor challenge.
Ooh. I'm gonna say I threaten the captive with violence with the hope that it makes you reckless. I throw.
Yes, you don't say.
And I get a 3. So that's heads.
That's a success for you, yes.
And so that means you run at me unprepared and are easily bested. So I'm thinking like this is like the ship coming alive and it's like talking like really loud and it's just like, you can't get me, or I don't know, like the ship.
You can't get me. You can't get me.
You guys seen Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Good.
And what does Artista do that is reckless? What else does Artista do that is reckless?
I think I whip up a big tiger with wings.
Sky tiger.
Sky tiger.
Yes.
If we can't find one, I'll make one and try to bust through the
right.
walls, wherever I'm being held.
Well, you have rushed toward the robots, so you are more vulnerable now.
Yes,
and
there
you get
we
to
go.
pick a
I'm
challenge.
riding the Sky Tiger.
Heck yeah. And it is your turn to pick a challenge.
I think I will. I mean, it kind of works. I focus all my power and attempt to escape the ties that bind me. Heads, it drains me entirely, and I pass out. Tails, I escape and go to find my rescuer. So, ties that bind me, I'm rushing at the robots. It's Tails.
No, that mural took too much out of Artista.
No, this is good. Tails, I escape and I go to find my rescuer. It's
Oh,
Tails.
So you like get close to the robots and then you're like, oh.
I feel like I just do a big swipe. They topple over like dominoes and I go, bye. See ya.
And it is now the rescuer's turn for a challenge.
Oh, the rescuer gets a token, by the way.
Woo.
oh, nice.
1.
Although our captor is still ahead. Rescuer, your turn.
All right. Let's see. I once had intimate knowledge of this area, and I can anticipate its defenses. However, my intel could be out of date, and I throw. Heads, my info is still good, and I have a fighting chance. Tails, things have changed in my absence. The captor gets a token. Let's see. Give me a sec, and I will roll for that. Dang. Ooh, Tails.
Captor gets a token.
Tails. Captor gets a
What?
token. Yeah, I'm kind of upset.
Come on, y'all.
So tell me
I wasn't
how
expecting
it's
this.
changed.
So I think it's sort of like a labyrinth that moves and is alive, and the walls are just like you actually see the walls and the hallways like change and take shape. So like a hallway that was there suddenly gets walled off, and then another hallway opens up.
That's not great.
Captor, it's your turn for a challenge.
Oh, I appear before you in person, ready to put my life on the line to foil your rescue. So we decide this together. Heads, this game ends here, and we continue with meeting blade to staff. Or tails, you turn on your heel and head back into the maze to seek another way out. And that gives you a
Ooh.
token. So do what you get. I rolled a 1, so is that heads again?
That's heads.
That's heads.
Okay,
That's
I was
heads.
not expecting that.
So
Back
that means
to
that we're
meeting.
gonna go meeting blade to stave.
So
Now,
how does Chip attack us?
Oh, go ahead, Jen.
no.
Okay.
That was the right question.
So I think the ship it rumbles, and it starts lifting off the ground. And so I think we are now moving up towards space. So we're flying, and we're hovering up, and the ship, it sort of just like talks to you, and it's saying, "Intruder, you've been here before." To Okta, I think, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no. Fuck. Oh, meeting blade to stave. Oh no.
Yes. So I would say that the ship is probably the more experienced combatant.
Probably.
So, and we're gonna do like a lightning round meeting blade to stave. So the ship gets to ask a question, and then Okta gets to ask the question, and then we'll do a closing question.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say, sorry, let me just like look at this real quick. Okay. You lash out at me with all the power you've got, blasting me until I'm tattered. Do you let me up or lay in, knocking me on my back? And this is like the ship.
So
So
like the control panel.
yeah, like a control panel
Yeah.
or like a engine room or something.
Oh, I have an idea. So we're rocketing up, right?
Yeah.
So like we're gonna have to pass through the clouds. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna let up. I'm gonna try and force you back to the ground because I don't want you to leave with us and my friends.
Right.
Nice.
And now you ask a leading question.
All right, I'm gonna go with. Let's see. I guess. Sorry. I'm gonna go with I press an attack and you barely evade it. A fraction slower and you'd have been struck through. Does it exhilarate you or chill you? And like the attack is that like this cloud becomes like a thunderhead type thing, except like a section of it just like whirls down and like tries to spear the ship / shove it in a direction. And like but you evade because you've got this advanced like stuff. Like tell me how this goes.
Does anyone else want to be the ship as well? Because I'm open to ideas.
Thoughts about the ship.
I mean, like everything moves around, right? So maybe the panel just kind of slides out of the way, evading.
Watch the ship just compress and like
It's a transformer.
oh my
It is.
gosh.
Oh my gosh,
Maybe
Sky
it was
Tiger
real
is
Sky Tiger
Transformers.
all along.
Is it transforming into a flying tiger ship?
Oh
It
my
is
gosh.
the Sky Tiger.
Lord.
Wait, no. there's
Megazord
flashing words and it says launching Sky Tiger program. Initializing Sky Tiger program.
Oh gosh.
All right. So pick a closing question for the ship. And again, you can rephrase the question to make it make sense for a ship.
Does anyone else want to be the ship for the closing question?
Em, do you mind?
Oh, sure, I'll do it. Okay, so you take a chance and it gains you the upper hand. If you continue your attacks, you will knock me, being the power on the ship that is still in the sky, out. Do you want us to all hurtle to the ground and crash and die?
You do not want us to all hurtle to the ground.
That's a question to ask.
The ship is biased.
Or do you want to risk, power going out and not being able to control the ship to get it back to the ground safely?
So, I suppose I'm gonna allow the ship to recover itself, but like,
Great if we had a hacker on the team right now.
it would be.
The ship also appears to be sentient. You could try talking to it.
Yeah,
True.
you can reason with ship.
You know, we're gonna do it. Let's reason with the ship. So like, I feel like Okta is like, really going ham and you're just kind of dancing. And like, the other thing is like, moving the clouds and stuff requires dance for Okta. So like, she's been going ham and then, like just the best and most energetic dancing you've seen like to date. Maybe not the best, but it's definitely energetic.
Okay, but like,
And,
what
like,
if the
clouds
ship
have
is
been trying-
moved by this?
Oh my gosh.
Ship is touched. Ship
I
is
just
touched.
have the mental image of the song Maniac Like,
And there's like little lights flashing.
maybe.
And then like the steam just starts to reflect the colors of the light that
Oh
it
my
is
gosh.
like at a club.
I'm like really trying to get the external clouds to come down and like really like squish up this ship and like really jam up its stuff, but then realizing in doing that like the lights are flickering and power's going out, it's like that's not what I want.
So I will say that the ship, having been moved so much by this disco moment, sinks back to Earth, although it is still sentient, and stops trying to kidnap all of you. And it is Mem's turn to pick the next.
Well, I think since we just had some dancing, I think it's only right that you're taking the dance floor.
I think the ship becomes the DJ for a while.
I have to now dance to earn our freedom. That's actually kind of chilly.
All right, which two of you are going to dance together? Which two of you are inspired enough? I was already shipping Amethyst and Artista. I'm just saying I have a bias, but whoever, Amethyst, you get to choose who's dancing together.
Oh, I guess it does have to be. Oh, okay. I think maybe everyone is dancing. If you would like to dance. I think Okta in particular is already dancing. Showing us those moves. So now Amethyst is like, okay. I want to join in. Let's do it. Now that we have the ship with the lights and effect.
Okay, the worst dancer begins.
Oh, neat. So we all can join freely. Sorry, I was reading the thing. Sorry. We all can join freely the dance, even if you do only pick one person.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
You're
that's
not left
cool.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so everyone can dance.
Who is
if
the
they
worst?
want to.
Who is the worst dancer though?
If no one else wants to say it, it's probably Amethyst.
Oh no!
So each of you gets 2 questions and we'll take turns, but Amethyst gets to start.
All right. I use
A
my
lot of the
ability.
questions are based on the idea that you're sort of paired up.
Yeah,
If you're not, that's okay. But you can
that's
just
okay. I use my abilities to dazzle you. It doesn't necessarily mean in a good way. It's awkward. Are you swept off of your feet?
What was the question?
Are you swept off of your feet?
To whom? Who are you trying
That would be to Okta.
So describe this dazzling array to me, and then I will decide.
So Amethyst is just sort of awkwardly like shimmying a little bit. It's not exactly on beat, kind of all over the place. It's not really good, but obviously she's having fun for a moment, and it's okay. So enjoying yourself, even though it's not good.
And your powers?
The powers are calm. There's no lightning. There are no fireballs. There's nothing.
So I don't know if necessarily like technically dazzled. I don't know if necessarily swept off my feet either, but Okta's gonna come over and be like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing now. And he's gonna dance with Amethyst for a bit, because cool, I guess this is what we're doing. And like, I think in doing that, Okta's gonna actually let's see.
Gonna mute myself because there's a train coming by.
I hear
Here
it.
it is.
Like in the meantime, the ship's changed to do 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 dun 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 dun. I love that this turned into disco party episode. Hi, Tiger.
I'm actually gonna flip it back, and I'm gonna use my abilities to dazzle you. Are you swept off your feet?
Of course. There was an actual good dancer in the room. And this is just like, oh.
So, like, if it's all right, I kind of almost want to be like, as we're dancing, just kind of, since we're close enough now to talk, and hopefully the ship isn't, like, able to just listen in on our every word, just like, so I'm not really sure what's happening here. How do we get ourselves out of this?
So we just keep the ship happy, keep it happy, and
Okay.
then we just dance our way off.
This is taking a strange turn. Yeah. Okay. So, what is the next question?
Artista's turn. Unless the two of you want to pair up, because you said everyone could join in. Do we want to stay with Okta and Amethyst, or do we want everyone to have a turn?
I'm cool with everyone getting a turn.
Yeah. Artista, your turn. I'm just going around.
I'm gonna wait until the train and the sirens there now following its turn.
Oh.
Of course, it's your turn. We'll wait for the train. It's your turn.
Something distracts me for a moment. Do you bring me back Amethyst?
Yeah, so I see like you haven't been part of the conversation. So we're just dancing and then kind of awkwardly move over and say, we gotta dance off the ship. Dance off the ship.
Oh, right, dancing off the ship. Dancing
Back
off the
away.
Ship. Wait. But look over there. I think it's an exit button.
Looks over. Shimmy to the button. Shimmy to the button.
Oh my gosh. How did we get here? That is actually what Okta says.
Should we press it?
Yes.
Oh no.
Do you press the button?
I guess we press the button.
Right. Artista, you get the last question for this game.
Hey, at this moment in the dance, I laugh at what? At my three friends shimmying over to this button to press it.
What happens when the button presses?
When they press the button, I think it's actually like an autopilot emergency landing button. So we land pretty heavily,
And the lights.
but not too heavily or we get hurt. Just like a ka-thunk.
Watch us kind of flip. Like, ah!
like over the speakers, the ship is like, I was having fun.
Oh.
It's gonna go.
Well, maybe we'll come back and dance again. But later, maybe. This has been a trip.
Hey.
It is your turn, Okta, to choose a game.
Okay.
Also, we are halfway through, and we are halfway to our fundraising goal. So, anyone, if you have some change to spare to help kids get some healthcare, oh, that rhymed. That was cool. Donate it, and you will roll couplets.
I am torn. I don't know whether to meet hand to heart and check in on everybody or mince words. And I don't know which I want to do more. And I'm going to roll for it. That's not what I wanted. A 1. I didn't actually assign a number to either of them. That defeats the purpose.
We now know you have to assign first, roll second.
I played myself. Well, mincing words comes first in the list, so I guess it's mincing words. And I'm gonna mince words with Artista, actually, because that's kind of how we ended up in that mess.
All right.
But
Who's the character with the most to hide? Because that's who starts.
ooh, that's a good question. I don't know.
I feel like I've been very forthcoming with
Same. So like, I don't know. Let's flip a coin, I guess.
And then actually, even before that, you can ask each other, what do I notice about you?
Well, Artista would notice very quickly that Okta is like beeline, once they're off the ship and away from it, and have done the, oh yeah, we'll be back, we'll come party some other time. Just kind of like turns gets eyes on you and starts like, not literally granny shuffling towards you, but like that speed walk of, I'm not happy.
If Okta knew my full name, you'd be yelling it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you noticed about me is, whereas like when we first entered the clearing with the ships and I was all angry, like nothing ever happened. I had a good time and enjoyed watching you. Whoa, hey, bad feelings going away. Not for long, apparently.
Oh man, no.
I guess you could throw a coin.
So
Coin
decide
time.
who's who on the coin before you throw
I
the
will
coin.
take tails because I have a tail.
Okay. Well, it is tails.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna appeal to you with earnest compassion in that I don't realize something's wrong. I think you're just coming up to me, beelining yourself to me. Octa, that was a lot of fun. We should think about opening this place as a disco or a dance, like a dance club. That'd be so much fun. Does it get through to you or does it steal you?
Heals me because no, we are not opening a dance club. It's bad enough that you rebellion types and those legion types keep trying to force their way in here and do stuff. What were you thinking? We almost got. Who knows what was going to happen if we went up there? No. No dances.
Sorry. Whoa. Okay. You know, just thought we survived a. Was it a killer ship? An abducting ship? A kidnapping ship?
We thwarted a kidnapping.
We survived it and we had a dance party and now we're on the ground and we're safe. It was all a misunderstanding. So sorry.
I don't know that we're safe. That one is not happy unless we're dancing, and that one still has a map to who knows where.
Well, you brought us here on a random chase and then said, we're here.
I didn't think you were going to paint on them.
I didn't think that my art would make them that angry.
I wouldn't be happy if you painted on me either.
Do you want to ask a question, Okta? A leading question.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, we got another donation, and I see bird facts are being requested.
Bird fact. Okay, there are 6 species of flamingo.
And you name it.
I cannot, but one of them is the greater flamingo, which is the largest sized flamingo. And recently, one of the oldest flamingos passed away at a pretty old age. I can't remember what it was, but it was old, like for a flamingo, like older than you'd expect. And the flamingo's name was Greater.
Its name was Greater?
Its name was Greater because they didn't decide to, the zookeepers didn't name it anything.
Was it Greater, the greater flamingo? Okay,
yep.
Good. Good.
I just saw in chat because I asked Adam the name of the most recent donor, and I think this is Adam answering that question, that their name is Sky Attack Tiger, which, hell yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He did that, or Adam was just being enthusiastic about Sky Attack Tigers, which also, hell yeah.
So I just looked it up, and he died at the age of 83.
Oh my gosh.
That's an old flamingo.
That is an ancient flamingo.
Wow, they
Oh
live
my
like
God.
parrots. My goodness.
The donor is SAT, S-A-T. I love
Attack Tiger. What
Guy
do you
Attack
like?
Tiger.
Guy Attack Tiger.
It's the best.
Awesome.
So good.
Okay. Okta, did you get a chance to ask a question? I'm sorry, I got so distracted by
I
the
know, I'm
flamingos.
still reading through them. I think I'm gonna go with I let slip a truth that you didn't want to hear, and my words cut like razors. Does it provoke you or does it give you pause? And the truth, I say truth with a grain of salt here because it's true to Okta, but it might not be to Artista or anyone else. But Okta's gonna say your rebellion, like you, just marches in places and decides things and does things without caring what anyone else thinks or how it's going to affect them. And now here we are.
Well, at least my rebellion is fighting for something and trying to keep the world the way it is. Have you seen the Legion? You want the Legion to take over? You'd rather us sit back and do nothing? Oh, I'm sorry. That's what you want to do.
So I'm going to take that as it provoked her?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what's the question you're going to ask next?
So my question
or closing. Yeah.
So my leading question, I think with that subtle, is I overreached slightly. Oh no. I misread that sentence. Never mind. I reveal my true feelings to you, saying that. At least we're fighting for something. You're just hiding in the wilds.
I'm going to meet them with confusion because what are you even talking about? Hiding? I live here. I get to fight off them and you. I get to sit here and wait, wondering when one of you is going to set something on fire again with your stupid petty fight.
So you want us to sit back?
I want you to take it elsewhere, but you won't.
There is no elsewhere. There's the kingdoms and the wilds. They're in the kingdoms. What's left?
Let's see.
And
I'm gonna take the question. Your words send me flying into a rage. Do you attempt to calm me, or do you let me take a swing at you?
Oh, I let you take a swing at me.
Excellent. I don't know how to go from here. I guess we're gonna fight about it.
Talked while muted, always. We could either go back to meeting Blade to Stave, or you could narrate together. Yeah, I think more Blade to Stave is what we're going to.
Blade to stave.
Yeah.
Blade to stave.
Blade to stave. Except it's no. I was
Feet
going to say
to brush.
Yes. Oh, where is that thing? Come on.
Okay, who's the more experienced combatant?
I don't actually know here. Okta is decent in a fight, but most of Okta's fighting has been pretty terrain heavy, mostly,
I was gonna say, I feel like Artista's fighting is more like guerrilla war fighting and not in your face, I'm going to punch you.
Yeah, so I think they're the same in that, where it's like, I would much rather use everything else to my advantage than face you head on. So, like, they'd have similar experience, I feel like.
So let's toss a coin.
Yeah!
Feel like an awkward slap fight?
Maybe.
This is completely off topic, but my cat is snoring.
Gosh darn it, it's
really
tails
cute.
again. Okta has no luck. Well, so what you notice about Okta going into this fight is your words actually hurt a freaking fuck ton, actually. Because we're not doing nothing. But your doing something isn't doing what you think it is.
What you notice, I can't find. this freaking story. Nope.
Hey, if you're just listening, lurkers, we're giving away a spell tracker from arcanespectacles.com in 15 minutes. So you just stay active in chat for your chance to win. Just show up and say something like, I don't know, blade to stave, or long live the rebellion, or the Legion sucks, or whatever you want.
Or Sky
For the
Attack Tiger.
wilds.
Yes.
For the wild. Sky Attack.
Yes.
Sky Attack Tiger.
Sky Attack Tiger. That's what you really should say. Sky Attack Tiger.
I think what you notice about Artista is this is like she's been kind of like irrationally angry and like going impulsive, running off into the distance, and it's like, woo, whatever. But this is real close to home, and so like you just see steel resolve in her gaze. Like, I am fighting for something, and I am proud of what I'm fighting for because it means I'm getting my home back.
Okay. Well, you get to ask the first question, because with that information, I do feel like that would put you at advantage. I mean, besides the fact that you won the coin toss.
Thanks. We circle, powers crackling, arms at the ready. What do you say to me?
I should have never brought you here. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Oh.
This flow of argument, I'm sorry.
This is stressful. Why
did we do this?
This is so She-Ra, except it's not She-Ra, but it's so She-Ra.
I'm going to agree with you. You shouldn't have. We wanted to help you. You brought us here. That was your choice.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with... Gonna go with... I launch a sustained attack with my power behind it. Do you give ground readily or grudgingly? And as, you know, in doing this, like, the attack is, you know, as usual, you see Ukta, you know, do a few steps, and, like, it starts out where it's, like, one or two to the left, like, she's gonna, you know, go around and try to circle. But instead, like, oh, you know how in Avatar, how
is this the dance party?
No, but, like, you know how the earthbenders, not the hard style earthbenders, but the soft style, where they would, you know, take a couple steps, jump, and then come down real hard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. And just this wall of cloud comes at you, crackling with all of that entails.
I'm going to... Where is that? I'm going to... give ground readily, I guess. Yeah. That's a big attack. I'm gonna just take it.
And, like, as Ukta does this, Ukta says, "You're right, and I'm gonna make you leave." And, like, in making this attack, it's, you know, the following you as much as possible around, and now there's just this, like, lingering cloud cover on the ground. Really hard to see.
I am going to turn my TV back on because that's my source of light. I'm going to throw all of my power against you, everything I've got, wear myself out, in that I create, like, because you've put down cloud cover, I'm going to make a lot of paint fire. I'll burn this cloud cover up. Because I'm mad now. Do you let me take, do you take advantage of my days, or do you let me catch my breath?
I'm gonna take advantage of the days.
Okay.
I'm like taking advantage of it with a couple of like hit and run type, yeah, the cloud got burned away, but like all of a sudden there's Okta barreling towards you, goes past, bouncing around. It's like, what the fuck? And let's see. I'm gonna I'm gonna press an attack and you barely evade it. A fraction slower and you've been struck through. Does that exhilarate or chill you?
I think it chills me because it seems like you're trying to kill me. And even though we're fighting, I don't actually want to hurt you. So, I'm going to turn tail and run away. You chase me or let me leave? This is a closing question.
The end result is Okta lets you leave. But, like, Okta does pursue a short distance. That whole, kind of in a bid to help chase you off into someplace maybe you shouldn't have been.
So
Bad decisions were made.
Bad decisions have been made. Runs into the unfamiliar wild. Okta, Apotis, and Amethyst, you are still outside the first of the two ships. And it is, in fact, Artista's turn, I believe, to pick the next game.
Oh, well. Excellent. What an interesting turn of events. I'm going to what have we done so far? We've done
what we have left is crossing paths, meeting hand to heart, all out battle, and stand united. Which I don't think this group is ready for. Stand united yet.
Yeah. No. What were you gonna say?
No, go
ahead. Ma'am, no more
play to save.
No more.
No.
The mushrooms come back, except now they've sprouted feet.
Here's a question. Can time like jump forward?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So I think I want to do talking it over. But I want, or no. Yes. Hang on.
Meeting hand to heart.
Yes.
Oh, no, we can do talking it over again.
No. I want to do meeting hand to heart. That's what I was going to check anyways. Yes, I want to do meeting hand to heart, and I want to have it with Apotis. And yeah, I wanted to have it with Apotis, actually. Just Apotis, one-on-one.
Has everybody wandered back to the castle? Has Apotis found you? Everyone went looking for you, and Apotis found you in the woods. How have you
I
come
feel
together?
like this has taken, like, we've eventually come back out of the wilds. a couple days have passed, and I do feel bad, especially with my last attack being fire in the wilds and like proving Octa's point, basically. But I don't know how to approach Octa after that, and I feel super awkward. And I would like to meet with someone who's also from the wilds.
What do you notice about each other?
I'm real down. You notice that I just look rough. Like I haven't been able to sleep over this, and usually I have bright colored acrylic paint splashes, but there's no paint. That's it. You notice there's no paint on me.
Oh. Apotis is awkward and very bad at comforting people, but she tries her best, and she sits down next to you and puts like a hand on your shoulder.
I am going to choose an attack. I would like to lean against you. May I?
You may.
This is sweet.
Is everything okay?
Is Octa okay?
I mean, you know, Octa. It's just, you know, her.
I mean, I kind of know Octa. I don't really. I feel like I've been so wrapped up in my own issues with, the Legion and everything. She was kind of right. I mean, the Legion are bad, but we're not any better in the wilds. There isn't anywhere to. I don't know what to do. And I want to apologize, but she was really scary.
Yeah, that was a really scary and awkward moment between you two. But I think maybe we could talk about it, all of us together.
Think, would she listen?
I mean, I think so. I would listen because I feel like why not move on and figure out. I mean, our friendship's more important than an argument like this, right?
Right. Yeah.
And also, we gotta fight the Legion.
Sorry, super serious. We gotta fight the Legion.
So
The text in the chat is
It was awkward.
it's perfect.
Great.
So do you
fantastic.
continue to discuss the two of you, or do you bring the other two in?
I think I would. Yeah, I'm gonna invite the other two in. Because we can't leave Amethyst out, even though Amethyst is just like,
I'm being cool.
I'm super chill.
Radiating empathy.
Very sweet. I feel like Okta had probably gone to check on Amethyst at some point, so they're probably together because that whole got blamed for something you didn't do.
Wow.
And I mean, that's what happens.
So why don't we have the Okta and Amethyst conversation, and then all four come together?
Let's see. I suppose the first thing you'd notice is that Okta seems troubled, but like at the same time, like more worried about you. Excuse me.
Really quick, they're going to do the giveaway in moments. So if you haven't said anything in chat so far, say something in chat.
Just type the word something.
Something. Guy attack tiger. Anything.
Guy attack tiger.
I wish we could like enter you multiple times if you attack the if you type the coolest thing, but really you can type anything.
Guy attack tiger. No, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You're approaching Amethyst.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yes. Okay. So like, Okta comes to Amethyst and goes, "Are you okay?" And I feel like this exchange may have happened actually a bit earlier in time, or at least part of it. Like, or it's one of those conversations that has like happened a few times. I'm not sure which I would rather. Like the you're sure you're okay though after everything.
Amethyst is like, well, I'm fine. You know, I'm doing okay. I'm more worried about the two of you. You know, I'm really worried about Artista. You know, she seems to be under a lot of stress and is. We're all really trying to kind of fight for something, but Artista's like really passionate and is kind of taking it really to heart, and you're also taking it to heart too. And I'm just worried about everybody else. I'm fine. Thank you.
You know, it's funny you say that because I'm more worried about everybody else than you know how it is.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're friends and you care about people. So that's good. So I think maybe we should all talk, and Amethyst and I can be there. So if things get tense, we can help calm it down. Plus or minus, if you make me really nervous, a fireball or some lightning will happen, and I'll definitely break it up. So.
That's we gotta work on that.
Yeah, I know. It's there's been a lot of things going on. But
it's also funny. So like, but what if we just didn't? I'm sorry. I'm rambling. You're not wrong though. I mean, yeah, I'm mad at her, but she wasn't wrong either.
Yeah. Everyone had valid points, and maybe it was just the way that things were said that was the problem, and not necessarily saying it. So we can work through this.
Like Okta's gonna like just run hands through her and be like, "Ugh, words."
No.
Why can't I just dance away all my problems?
Maybe if you do like a really like expressive dance piece, right? As an apology.
But like, I don't know if anyone would get it. It's really complicated. And I feel like that's probably where like it segues into like the now with everyone. Oh my gosh. But like imagine for a second like Okta just sudden interpretive dance upon seeing Artista.
Okay, but also imagine Artista responding in sudden interpretive painting to
Such
interpretive
impressionism,
dance.
just the two of them just like
I go to the bathroom and I come back and we're like healing our wounds. Interpretive dance and like free painting.
This is how we do it in the kingdom of creativity.
excellent.
I think Apophis and Amethyst are just like. I think Apophis and Amethyst are just like standing there and being like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Oh, it's happening? All right, good. So this is canon.
This is no joke.
I'd like to add a new line for dances. I interpretive dance at you. May I?
May. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I think you're muted. Cannot hear you, Jen. Oh no.
No.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay.
So,
like-
started.
1 time out of 10, if I mute, then as soon as I unmute, my computer doesn't like unmute unless I unplug my mic and plug it back in.
Right.
What?
Troubleshooting 101.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was gonna say, I believe it is now Apotis' turn to choose, and we have Crossing Paths, All Out Battle, and Stand United. And we can, if you're gonna like put us into one of those, like All Out Battle, you can narrate what brings you to that point, right? And then we can, like, it's all right to jump in and do a world event here.
So we have Crossing Paths. What else do we have left?
We
All
have
Out Battle.
Crossing Paths, All Out Battle, and Stand United,
Stand
which is really the
United.
last one.
Ooh, okay. Let's do Crossing Paths.
This is our reunion.
Choose
Maybe this
one
is
of
like a second time we're meeting up or something.
So like you have a dance / art party, things end on a good note. There's still the mystery of that second.
Whoop.
We lost it.
Oh. Oh, no.
Adam, we need you. Oh no, Beth Forda, really quickly.
They just interpretive dance right out of here.
All right. With the exception of Okta, who's running late, you can choose one of the other players or all of them. Where are you meeting? And who are you meeting with?
I want to say we're all meeting. And maybe what if we're meeting to figure out what to do next with these weird ship things?
Because there's the one that still said the sky will open up that you haven't found.
Oh, yeah.
And perhaps you get a new pulse of like, oh, the sky will open up.
Ooh.
It's still going on and we don't know why. We thought we figured it out, but we didn't.
Yes. All right. And we know when you last saw each other. So you go first. Ask a question from the list. Oh, you're back! Yay!
Hey!
So sorry about that.
And I think we're in the right places still. So hopefully we will stay there. Yay!
Mem and Forda are switched.
Oh, are they? All right. Adam, when you have a chance, switch us back.
Sorry.
Yes.
It's all right. All right, so we are meeting up again because the sky has still not opened up, and there is fear and anticipation about what that will mean. And Apotis is going to begin by asking a question.
Yes. So I'm going to say we were so close then. I'm happy and eager to see you now, even though it's been like, what, like a week or so? Maybe like a few days. Do you
It's been
agree?
like forever.
And like,
I mean, yeah.
princess years, it's been forever. Do you greet me warmly or coldly? And I guess this is like for anyone.
Warmly.
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 Yay.
Yes.
Ooh, it's thundery.
So warm.
All right, and then who wants to do the next? We can go in order. So it could now you've switched places on my screen, so now it's Okta's turn.
So like I almost want to go with the like I don't we didn't exactly part on bad terms, but Okta is still nervous to see Artista. Does Artista smile?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. Amethyst.
Since those days, those days so long ago, I've been helplessly busy with my responsibilities, and I'm eager to see a friendly face. Your faces offer me friendship.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But also, that was the question I was going to choose.
I'm sorry.
Maybe we were working together with our responsibilities in the kingdom.
This feels so appropriate that there's been like so many times that people were arguing, mincing words, blade to stave, and then also it's like, and we all
But we're totally still friends, though.
we've got faces and we're warm and it's hot. This
We're
is
all
perfect.
Actually, no. It's not that I was unsettled. We settled it through a dance and art meeting, but when we parted, there was an unsettled manner between us. I'm prepared to let it go. Just gonna forget about it. Unless you bring it up again. Do you even by accident go there?
But do I?
But do you?
But do I? The temptation.
But do you? Does anyone? I feel like this could be brought up to the whole group. Because it could be like, someone's like, oh, I'm really glad we're not talking about that incident that happened a couple days ago.
I'm glad we can just move on from that thing,
So,
Yeah,
like,
to bring
I
up the
feel
thing.
like it did get... I feel like Okta accidentally brings it up, but not like in a... It's not a, oh, I'm still mad about it, wait. That's not how it's intended, is the thing.
Yes. There's still some, like, guilt. I feel like they would, if you did bring it up, there's still, like, I still feel really bad that this happened.
And I think the format of it being brought up is, like, Okta asks about how it's going against the Legion.
It's it's actually, I feel like the Legion has drawn back from the kingdom a little bit. It's like it's breathing, like we actually have room. It hasn't been too bad, which makes me a little nervous, but maybe it's the end of it. I don't know. I'm hopeful.
That might be a good thing. I hope it's a good thing.
I've got my fingers crossed and my tail nodded that it's a good thing.
Amethyst's turn for a question.
Wait, Amethyst?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
That's you.
So, in those days, we fought and quarreled, but I always trusted you. And I'm looking for a sign that I can trust you still. Does anyone remember our secret handshake?
Yes. My time has come. No, so how does this handshake look? How do we want this to look?
It can't be like too like skillful because obviously Amethyst isn't quite there. It has to be simple enough that we remember. That, I don't know, something exuberant and fun.
Oh my gosh.
The button shuffle from the ship.
Maybe I just had like the mental image of us, not literally Ginyu Force style like poses, but like kind of. Where each of us does a particular dramatic pose and like you gotta get it right, locked up in like this nice little frame's not the right word, but like each of us does our pose like in like, one, the next, then the other, then the last, and like
Sort of like something for a good thumbnail.
Yes.
Do we all just actually just do like the YMCA roll?
Yeah, we all need to do a pose. I feel like everyone needs to do a pose on 3 for our secret. Huh?
Do it.
All
One,
right.
2, 3.
Can't see the paintbrush, but it's there.
Nice. That's what's supposed to happen in this game, but I love that that's what's happening in this game. Fantastic. All right, Artista, you get a question.
Do I get a question or can I do a closing?
You can do a
Offer.
closing offer.
I say we continue with another game.
May I make a suggestion and
Yes.
jump in? Okay. I say that as you're doing your poses and coming together, and right after Artista has talked about how it's probably a good thing that the Legion has moved back, you hear a tearing noise and the sky opens up. And a number of Legion ships descend over the area of the wild where you found the first ship and head in the direction of the Artista's stronghold. And we go to all-out battle. Do we feel good with that?
Yes.
I mean, good out of character, not in character.
Yes, yeah. Artista's just like, I
Out
don't
of
think that was a good thing.
All
In
right.
character, it's no.
All-out battle. Everybody gets 3 turns. The defenders go first, and really everyone's a defender, but since I said they're heading toward, do you want Artista to be the defender or the people of the wilds to be the defenders? Are they heading more toward the wilds or more toward the stronghold of the rebellion?
I mean, they're heading through the wilds, right? So let's have the wilds.
I'm getting some sound effects for the wilds here. The wild dogs.
Exactly.
in the
Wild
background.
dogs, love
Wild
it.
dogs.
So you go rushing out to the wilds, and then Apotis or Okta, either one of you could go first. And you have ships. What do the Legion ships look like? What do they?
Scary.
Ooh, they're
This
gray.
isn't Shira, right? So they don't look like bugs.
They don't look like bugs.
No. Not
Yeah,
bugs.
the opposite of bugs.
Ooh.
It's the opposite of bugs. Fish.
They look like jellyfish, like
Yes.
Oh, jellyfish ships.
like just
Man
like
of Wars. Oh my god.
Man of Wars. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Oh, those are
descending into
creepy.
the wild, and they'll like land on a tree and just like suck it up and then use it as fuel. So they're like taking away from the wilds.
Oh, what if
Yes.
it also strips away all the color around it so everything turns grayscale as it's moving?
Ooh,
Yes.
oh, Artista's gonna be pissed.
My next
Hate
question
it
is
back.
my thing.
All right, so you run into the wilds, and that is what you see in Apotis or Okta. You can ask the first question or do the first challenge, really.
Forza, do you want to
I'm
go
s-
first or do you want me
I'm,
to?
s- I'm sorry. I just read. I threw something completely bizarre and flaming at you.
Yes.
I was reading that too.
That's as far as I got. Yes.
And I'm gonna say
sorry,
like the
but
you
yes.
is them. I mean the you is them. If you want, I'll play I can either play the Legion or someone else can play the Legion.
Jen, I think you should play the lead.
I'll be the Legion. Of course.
Legion.
All right.
I mean, you also have a space background behind you.
Yes.
It opened up. Okay, so what is your challenge that you do, Okta?
Throw something completely bizarre and flaming at you.
Okay, what is
you
it though?
avoid the impact.
What is
I feel like it's a rock. Like on the one hand, that's not bizarre in and of itself, but like
I
it's
paint flames on it.
yes, and like before you even started painting on it, like this rock was already kind of weird rainbow algae type stuff looking, and like we just the flames happen, the paint happens, it sets on fire, and we just yeet this thing at the nearest not a jelly.
Okay, so the not a jelly ship like veers out of the way and it sort of plings off of its armor, and a little hatch opens up, and like a robot looking guy with like a metallic gauntlet shakes his fist and goes, "You'll never defeat the Legion!" And then he goes back and closes the latch. Who's next? Apotis, you're the other one from the wild, so you go next.
I'm gonna say my reinforcements arrive and bring an aggressive push to your flank. So it's actually the little tardigrades I have in my feathers. They pop out and they start like climbing and hopping into the not a jelly.
I feel like it's like it like visibly slows down because they're like getting up in the works, like messing
you
up.
can't
like,
kill a tardigrade. You just
Yeah.
can't.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Amethyst, what do you do? I love climbing up.
So obviously Amethyst is real stressed. The stress has caused the lightning. We're on the spot trying to figure out how to like really control the lightning. So we are kind of panicking in the direction of one of the Nana jellies. The lightning is kind of closing in on that direction. So I am launching a sustained attack against your stronghold's power source.
All right.
Do you repel it?
All right. Sustained it. All right. I feel like lightning and robotic jellyfish don't go together very well. Like, just feels like it's not. And there's like 3 or 4 jellyfish, and I think you knock 2 of them down. But unfortunately, as you knock them down, they also knock a bunch of the trees down. So like you've gotten rid of some of them, but you've also sort of cleared some of the wild area at the same time.
Well,
Artisa.
I am going. I think I'm going to choose where I found it. I launch a sustained attack against, it says your strongholds, but the legions.
Our jellies
source.
are not
Yeah.
jellies.
Yeah, not a jellies, just at Man of Wars. The man of jellies. And I think I think I do that by like painting some kind of like very large bird creature that flies into the air, and it's like, oh, this is bad. How do you repel it? How? And so what happens is there's just cannon fire of like
Bird creatures.
Bird creatures, but also like oil paints, like flammable oil paints.
I feel like the 3 jellies that are still remaining in the air, like one of them gets really splattered with paint, and one of them, like a bunch of birds, just go thunk, 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 and kind of like dazedly fly away. But like you can tell the one that's got covered with paint is like they're having trouble like directing where it goes because it's just covered with paint. There's no like whatever the sensors are have gotten like painted over, and you see someone like open the hatch, lean out, and start trying to like wipe off where the sensors are.
That's oil paint. You'll never get it off.
Never in a million years. No.
Never.
The hatch is open and the birds just suddenly like, there it is. That's our in.
Yes, and in they go.
And we got boys.
So there's 2 left in the air, and it is Okta's turn, and then Apotis, and then Amethyst, and then Artista, and then I think we'll probably move to the last game. Okta's turn.
I'm gonna go with take the fight to my artillery, slashing them to pieces, only to discover that I've rigged them to explode, except it's not artillery, it's like these Nada jellies are like coming down and like, yeah, because it's like this whole hill, we're just gonna rip all the trees off of it. There aren't very many trees, but we're gonna rip them all off. But it's a geyser field. It's a big old geyser field. And it's just like, my time has come.
What does that look like when they get down
So,
to
like,
the geyser?
So, now mind you, Okta is not the one actually doing the geysers. They just go off, but they're reliable. And so, like, just a whole bunch of them just start going all at them at the same time. And it's just like these plumes of, like, multicolored, it's water, but it's got other stuff in it, and it's hot, and it's just making a huge mess. And, like, at least one of these Man of Wars loses, like, half of its, like, shielding.
Yes,
It's a
its
mess.
shielding's gone. One of its a couple of its little jelly legs are like burned. It's not like navigating itself very well. It's sort of shaky. One of them, like the one with like the main BBEG, like manages to sort of avoid, but like you've got like another of the two remaining non-disabled ones not functioning correctly. Apotis, it's your turn.
I taunt you with flirtation or insult from across the fray. And it's going to be a bird pun. And I'm going to say, two can play at that game. Can you ignore my words and maintain focus? How?
You like startle him for like a minute. He opens the pot again and he looks at you and goes, huh?
Get it? Toucan.
Toucan.
Yeah.
Toucan.
We're going to kill you for that. Amethyst.
So Amethyst has kind of gathered up all of her righteous fury and standing amidst the fray, no longer emitting lightning, as she kind of calmed down. She's angry. She launches into this really long and kind of boring monologue.
Oh no.
About the wrongs that are being committed here, how nature should be preserved, like screaming at the knot of jellies that are remaining, describing all the ways your plans were foolish. Do you keep your resolve and cut me off? How?
I think if the toucan joke hadn't happened, he would have been able to do that, but he's so thrown by the toucan joke that you see like the jellyfish sort of start to spin, and you can see that he doesn't know what to make of this. He might be falling asleep at the wheel a little bit because the speech keeps going, he keeps trying to follow it, and but like clearly not doing so well. Artista, it's your turn.
I am going to, where was it? Capture you with slings and tethers. Can you break free and rejoin the fight? How?
You, in fact, are able to fell the Not a Jelly, and the robot armored guy thing, you're able to pull out. And as you pull him out, he's laughing. And you hear from the other side of the wilds, where your castle is.
Oh no.
And we're going to move to the Stand United final game of For the Honor as the Rebellion stronghold. The wilds seem to have been saved for now, but it was a diversion to get you all out of the Rebellion's castle.
Oh no.
We played.
And I believe that we are at Okta's turn next. So we have challenges and endings, and we get to decide how this plays out. What do y'all notice about each other as you head to the castle?
Artista runs, if we're like, I feel like we've moved away from the castle, obviously. So she's running like faster than she was running at the race. Like, I need to get back. She is desperate.
Okta is determined, and you note like clouds above, just cumulonimbus, like the big old supercell thunderstorm style, just sweeping towards the castle now. Because no time to play.
You may have fought before, but you're united now.
Yep.
Amethyst, may I offer a suggestion?
Sure.
Would you like to hop on my back and I'll fly us over?
Yes.
Yes.
Option.
I'm living for this.
But you gotta do the thing. You gotta do the thing.
Oh,
or you can't fly.
I love it. Love it.
As the united team is flying back to the castle of creativity, I do want to say we are 2/3 of the way through, a little bit more, and we are 2/3 of the way to a goal of 300. Let's see if we can get there. Let's help kiddos with the treatment at hospitals across the country, treatment for COVID-19 specifically, and for a lot of other things too. So go ahead and donate. We've got one more drawing that's going to happen at the end here because we have passed a goal to get a D20, a special unique D20 for whoever wins, but keep donating, please. Let's see what we can do to help out kiddos and also save the land from the scourge of the Legion. All right. Who would like to start with Stand United challenges?
Ooh. I can start. And I think because I rushed ahead and I am desperate, I am captured by nets and brought to my knees. Cut the ties that bind me, how?
That's out to the rest of the group. You're all, maybe.
Maybe.
No. Sorry.
I'm in the thick of it. We can say I'm in the thick of it. Like I've just run in.
Yeah.
I'm
Ooh.
surrounded. It's not easy.
What if we fly in? Go directly to her. And then so we can all be in the middle of all of it, and it's not great. We'll do it. Friendship.
We just strike our pose.
Stand united.
We're here to save you, Artista. We just like fly right into it.
Just like
the
Pop up
speed
and
of it cuts the vines, rips them out of the ground or whatever. Just yeet.
right. We all just kind of tumble.
But we get up and we strike our pose, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing it? Oh.
Who has the next challenge? Dog is excited.
So we're in the middle of all this madness, and there are lots of, I guess, foes rushing us. And I take one blow too many, and I fall in battle. Probably in the middle of a really like boring monologue yet again, and they're like, "No, stop! How do you save me from death's embrace?"
That's a good question. I dance the dance of life.
You do that, and I'll paint a suit of armor for Amethyst, so this doesn't happen again.
Like this is a very
Oh
serious.
no, Jen, you're
Oh,
muted
Jen.
again.
What
Not muted. Your mic.
Yeah, Mike's doing Mike things. Is the dance of life just like you like
You're back?
moonwalking around me?
Yes,
Yes.
you're back.
Oh my gosh, it wasn't gonna be, but it is now.
Okay, wait. What, you're moonwalking?
Just moonwalking, suddenly strike the pose.
I would dare say, Freddie, that you were cloud walking. Thanks.
Oh,
Jesus.
So,
Cloud walking.
my brain just went smooth criminal. That's a song that's. Yeah. Are you okay? Are you okay? No.
Yes.
Smooth injuries.
Trying to fit Princess in there somewhere. Princess, are you okay?
Yes. Are you okay, princess? Okta's forte is dancing and not singing, so it does not sound very good.
In fact, that's what brings Amethyst back. It's just
I'm
stop
like,
singing.
I'm okay.
I'm okay. You're good. Stop.
We're good now. Thank you.
Comes to consciousness and Artista is like painting on you.
Getting my armor like. Thank you.
Who has the next challenge?
So I'm torn between it's time for you to enact that ridiculous plan you've been plotting for weeks, or I let my passions get the best of me and begin violently leveling a wall or your walls and barricades with little regard for collateral. So I don't know which one I want.
I know what the ridiculous plan is.
Ridiculous plan? Sounds like ridiculous plan. I don't know what it is, but
I know what it is.
yeah, Artista, tell us the ridiculous plan. What is it? How do I help you?
Operation Sky Attack Tiger.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we should have like learned it from that ship out in the wilds. Like
Okay, no, but hey, this is an improv game. So what if we went back during the weeks, figured out the controls, and with a push of the button, we
we
call
now have Sky
the
Attack.
ship to us. And this time, the front of it is painted like a giant tiger face.
Wait,
Yes.
can we summon it by doing a dance?
We do the dance.
In the middle of a battlefield, we all just start doing this synchronized dance.
Stay alive.
Listen, now it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's go.
just start doing that. Oh my gosh.
Brings the ship.
Terrible, but beautiful.
With the disco lights. The disco lights have to be happening.
Just clouds, just sudden like fog machine style, just whoosh over the back.
Like little bits of lightning everywhere.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So you're having a dance party in the middle of the battlefield, and like
If you've
this
seen
guy-
Megamind, that entrance, that's the ship coming out of this cloud.
Maniac, who has the next challenge question?
Ooh, I'm going to say I am overwhelmed by dancing and I begin to lose my resolve. What memory between us can I call upon for strength?
I feel like it would be something from when we were all kids. Like, way back. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's from that time frame.
Oh, maybe it was when we were kids. That's how we got together. That's how we put our secret handshake together. Because we looked up to these princesses of power. Not that this is
Yes.
Shira or anything. And we used to like play pretend as like when we were princesses of power. And that was our pose.
Or maybe like we banded together against some common foe before, so someone made fun of one of us. We were all like, that's not okay. We banded together then, became friends, learned our little handshake, our poses. And so you see us out here all dancing together. And it gives you strength because we've been a group for so long.
Even with all that fighting, here we are dancing in the middle of a war. We're still friends.
Still having fun.
We're here together.
Now we have Sky Attack Tiger.
Now we have Sky Attack Tiger.
Yes. And I think at that, I like get up and I'm just like, oh, right, we have to go back to dancing. All right, dancing.
All right. I pull off an incredibly impressive maneuver, weaving destruction with the dancer's grace and ended with a perfect backflip through a wall of flames. Can you top that? And how?
Air guitar moment. And I got that. I got it. So the answer is yes. The The answer is yes, but only because I'm totally cheating by using Sky Attack Tiger in the clouds to like you're just watching him. It looks like Sky Attack Tiger is getting tossed around on the sea / carving through said sea on its way to, wreak some havoc of its own, and like it just does whatever it is that Sky Attack Tigers do.
It's in the sky. It attacks. It tiger.
It a tiger.
It attack. It protect.
It's tiger.
Amethyst, have you had a chance to do a challenge?
I did one. I'll do another one.
No.
Do another. Okay. See. A sniper taking aim high above could be right in my reach if I had a little boost. Can you give me the extra push and how? Hi, kitty.
That's Nochi.
Gnocchi.
Gnocchi. So I always say it wrong. I've never said it right. Not Italian.
He's my cloud attack cat.
Tiger.
Yes, it's the Sky Attack Tiger with the smushy face.
The smushiest face.
He's just so cute.
All right. Repeat the question.
Oh, I need a boost to get to the sniper. How do you guys do it?
Oh, gnocchi. Okay. All right. Okay.
Even though a leg up. And probably some flying, but the leg up first.
Just throw me into the air.
I paint a spring onto the ground. Then we can throw you on it.
I run, take the boost onto the spring,
Slam dunk a sniper.
fly through the air, shoot out a fireball that goes exactly where I want it for once.
Nice.
We cheer.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The 10 is sideways.
The landing is also sideways, so we do it.
Yes.
So we will all have 2 challenge questions before we get to some endings or an ending. Who else has not done 2? Wants another challenge?
I haven't yet done 2, and I think Banana hasn't done 2. So go for it, Banana.
I'm gonna say I'm feeling conflicted about this fight. Can you inspire me to face it with confidence? How? I'm gonna say I feel like we're doing okay, but not well enough. I'm worried that we're going to be losing this. I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if we could do this. How do we keep going?
You just watched Amethyst shoot this fireball, hit the ground, roll, then get back up, stumble a little bit, looking kind of awkward, but then keep going.
Yes.
She looks over at you and just kind of like smiles and waves a little bit, and then kind of goes on about her business, firing things at people.
Yes.
I'm
and
inspired.
They're all going where you want them.
I'm inspired.
It's like every other one misses, but that's okay. We're still going.
Running around. I love it. Does it work? Is it working?
I think her imposter syndrome is like slowly going away. She's just
Give her
like,
more support. Help.
Such
Yes.
support we need.
I think Artista takes inspiration from Apotis's tardigrades and just paints more and more and more and more and more and more. But they're like a bunch of different colors because she's gonna use up all the paint. When she runs out of one color, she switches to a different color.
Tardigrades, because you can't kill a tardigrade.
Okay, I just want to point out that a wave of rainbow is a part of this genre, but we get a wave of rainbow tardigrades, which I believe is the best.
Yes.
the best use of rainbows
Yes.
and tardigrades.
Can there be a better kind of rainbow? I don't think there can.
And like the clouds like part, and it's like this ray right on upon us. You go.
What does Apotis do when so inspired?
just like shoots out all these tardigrades and they're just like making a rainbow.
Any more
Amazing.
challenge questions before I decide who's? I'm going to do a roll to see who picks an ending question. Any more challenge questions?
One more. Let's see. I kind of want to go with I strike with sundering force, the likes of which hasn't been seen. Am I outdone by you?
Do it.
But like, I feel like it's either gonna be yes because rainbow tardigrades or something entirely else. And so, striking at the flagship of their present force, just like you need to come to the ground now. So like clouds messing with their sensors and making it hard for them to stay up there. And like, next thing you see is like out of the bottom of this cloud, just like, it's kind of upside down. They're not sure how they got oriented that way.
It's like little jellyfish legs are going up into the air.
And just wham, right into the dirt.
And is that still the
to the ground? That's what happens to that's the what gets struck with the thundering force, but it's like, how am I outdone?
I was outdone.
Or is it outdone? Honestly,
It
to
needs
be
to
fair,
be
it is
outdone.
outdone by like the at least by the
rainbow tardigrades. Do we want to say that it crashes down and the rainbow tardigrade like? Oh no, you have an idea. What is it, Banana?
Oh no, I was gonna say it would be really sad if they just like flopped down like back to the ground. Like all the rainbow tardigrades.
Oh no.
No. The jelly flopped down on the ground and then it's just like whoosh tardigrades.
Like the rainbow tardigrades like overflow it. No, what were you gonna say, Jesse?
It's been raining, right? You made it rain, Forda, right?
Well, yeah, as a secondary thing, the clouds are just everywhere. Doing
Okay.
crazy cloud stuff.
So what if it crashes? There are droplets everywhere. And it's like just a glitter party of glittering drops and like rainbow tardigrades and like the sun comes out and it's like, whoa!
The entirety of nature outdoes me. This is fitting.
And like you can like hear people sticking their heads out of windows at the like Castle of Creativity, like, yay! Who wants to pick the ending question? Or shall I roll to see who picks it?
Oh. Someone has a really good ending. You can, or roll.
I kind of like the idea of all of us locking hands and calling upon the power of Aethera to unleash a full spectrum wave of pure energy, which crashes down upon the target. It stands no chance.
Yes. Except it's rainbow tardigrades.
Except it's rainbow tardigrades, and because where the jellyfish, the not jellyfish were, it left it grayscale, right?
Yes. And now it's not.
And then the color comes back.
Yeah,
But it comes back
boy.
rainbow.
Now it's Powerpuff Girls.
Yes.
Yes.
The city of Townsville.
Here's a good question: is the wave damaging or calming?
Or both.
Healing.
I feel
Is
like
the wave
it's
healing?
Healing.
Yes.
Restorative.
It's almost like the sound of like the glitter tardigrade is like chimes in the background as it like flows over the grayscale section and brings back, and then you get that inspiring like friend music like
It's just lovely. There's like a nice breeze. We're just holding hands.
and flowers bloom throughout the woods, and we say the end to this episode of For the Honor. Good job, everybody. Thank you so much, all of you wonderful players. Thank you, everybody who watched. Thank you, everybody who donated. You all are wonderful. We're going to go around and we're going to say sort of where you can find each of you, and like if you want to share like your favorite moment or what you liked about the game or anything like that. And then we're going to have our giveaway pretty soon for that custom D20 from Extra Life. So Banana, do you want to start?
Oh yeah, so I'm Banana Chan, she, her, they, them. You can find me on social media at Banana Chan Games on Twitter. And you can also find my company, Game and a Curry, on Twitter at Game and a Curry. I think one of my favorite scenes was definitely Artista and Amethyst like having that weird confusion moment where it's like, but I didn't attack you, but okay, I guess this is happening. I love that. And also, Okta just like having like, I don't know, just being that grounding force for everyone. And even though you ran away that one time.
Oh, shush. Shush.
Since we lost our next person in order, Amethyst, do you want to go next?
Oh,
Amethyst, Mem, do you want to go next? Now that's your name. That's your actual name.
Hey, I'm Mem. You can find me sporadically here on Twitch, Uncertain Memory. On Twitter at Uncertain Mem, but I'll be honest, I don't post a whole lot. Favorite moments. There were so many good ones. I really liked the random dance party. The fact that Octa had to dance in the first place. With the dance party, Sky Attack Shark, or Tiger. Oh gosh, I turned into a shark. But I loved it. This game was so fun. I had a good time, and it was nice to game with all of you. So all the other players, with other characters I've never done anything with before, so it was fun to meet you all and hang out.
You will likely be seeing them soon in a game of Monster Hearts, a campaign that we're going to be starting on Prince of Roll Dice as well.
Yes.
Likely you will be.
Like, oh, okay. I didn't know we were still. It was a question mark next to it. Okay, that's fine.
I think in my head I was like, when is soon? What counts as soon? Are we starting soon? Is it soon? No, that was where you will be seeing them soon in a campaign of Monster Hearts on Prince of Roll Dice. Banana, did you have them back up to you really quick though? Come back up to you.
I can wait until everyone else is done, but
okay.
Yeah.
All right, then Forda, your turn.
Hi, I'm Forda. I always am really bad at these outros. I'm Forda Vare on Twitter. I do arts. I do lots of arts. If you like monsters drawn, especially, but characters, things, not vehicles. I'm not very good at vehicles. Please don't ask me to draw those. But I will draw them for you. And yeah.
Are you joining us back on Polished Cryptid too? Hello?
I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't even know what my schedule is right now. I'm completely blanking.
We get to play together occasionally in Apocalypse World, and it's awesome.
Yes.
So we will be appearing again together at some point in Apocalypse World.
At some point.
On Polished Cryptid.
And I'm going to be playing with Cole and Ray and a couple others on Wednesday. I don't know if that's being streamed or nothing, but
I think it is. Atrium, I think it's called, or Arium. Yes. So you're gonna be playtesting a new game on stream.
I don't know why I blanked about that. I'm super stoked for it.
Wednesday at 6 Pacific.
Exciting.
Fantastic. Jessie.
Hi, I'm Jessie. You can find me at Jahoos the Moose on the interwebs. I do art things. I'm kind of taking some personal time and getting back into the flow of life. But yeah, I do art things, and I might be in a game later on this channel, right? When is like Halloween time? October?
Yeah, all of October we're going to be doing some super fun games. I think we wanted to do something. Maybe we're gonna do Bluebeard's Bride.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a whole like the whole month. We're gonna have terror themed games. So each week there's gonna, and they're all, the emphasis is all indie games as much as we can, and we'll do a charity fundraiser at the end of the month as well on November 1st.
But yes, that's it. I'm taking it super easy. It was a lot of fun though tonight. Oh, my favorite moment. Oh, Gnocchi. I have to hold him, otherwise he might knock my TV over right now. My favorite moment was, the dance party. Anything, honestly, anything to do with Sky Attack Tiger.
Yes.
Was my favorite.
I have to say my favorite moment. My favorite moment was, hey, let's fly to the ending battle. That was my favorite.
Oh, actually, no, I take that back. My favorite moment was when we were striking our poses.
Yeah, there's so many great.
There are a lot of good moments.
$50 donation from someone named Puns, please, which I feel is a request for puns. Pretty sure. So, favorite is puns.
Don't moose with me.
Pretty good. Gen Con is all about me.
I'm glad we got to flamingle together. I had to write a lot of these.
A jeweler's favorite sandwich is peanut butter and Amethyst. Oh, it's real good.
No, that was the best kind of terrible pun.
Yes.
I think we need to talk about this.
Well done. Thank you for your donation, puns, please. Yay! All right. Anything else that y'all want to add? I say, looking at Banana.
Oh, so we were chatting about this earlier, but I just did have a Kickstarter that was up that funded a while ago. I'm not very good at time anymore because we're all inside, but it was for Jiangshi in the Banquet Hall, which is a tabletop role-playing game that I wrote with Sunfeng Lim. We worked together on it. We are co-publishing it. My company is co-publishing it with Wet Ink Games. And it's about a family. The players take on a role of a Chinese immigrant family that's running a restaurant in the 1920s. And they're faced with like stress and oppression and like all the terrible stuff in the daytime. And then it gets even more terrible at nighttime because Jiangshi hopping vampires come out and attack everyone. They have to try and, keep yourself keep the family together and keep everything together. So that's a game that is done, but we are taking pre-orders, so that's available if you're interested. And hopefully we can get that up also for the October sessions for when we want to really bad play it on the stream. So I'm hoping they'll be done by then.
Our producer just jumped on screen to celebrate. Yes, we want to so bad. There is a spot reserved with us, like hoping and praying that we can get it for October's stream. Absolutely. Thank you for if y'all want to learn any more about that too, we did an interview at the beginning of the month, and it's in our highlights section, I think, at this point. And you can learn even more about the game and sort of where the ideas came from it, and like all the crazy, amazing, awesome research that's going into it. And it's all right. So have we done, Adam, have we done our giveaway? Do we still need to do our giveaway? Our giveaway still needs to be done, does it not? Yes. All right. So you have just a couple more seconds to go into chat and to say anything at all, not literally, in order to qualify for the drawing for the D20. And I will say, I don't know, my favorite, like this, I just love how like inside jokes developed over the course of 3 hours. I haven't played a ton of purely improv games, like totally diceless. Like I think Forda and I, when we played Kiss Her Before the World Ends, that was our only was the only one that I've ever done that was like that. And it just takes like a group of people that has like just the right attitude and like can mesh with their sense of humor to make this work so well. So like spontaneous dance parties and like rainbow tardigrade friendship power, and like it was just such a good combination with this particular setting. So and Jesse won the giveaway. Hooray!
Yay!
Wow.
Everybody who came along on this ride with us, and I think we're going to be rating Minor Realms games, who are going to continue with our fundraiser for Extra Life. And y'all did such a great job out there who donated. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. And yeah, you've got instructions, Jesse. Look at your instructions for how to get your D20. So Adam, let us know when we're ready to rating in 10 seconds. So I'm going way faster than seconds are, but bye. Yay.
Yay.
Do you think that means that we're off, but I never know. Do